want to save those for later, but I think against Gen.G, they're not really a save it for later team. It's we need everything we can to win this game.
Yeah. Or wait, no. The other option is like get this game out of the way because we're on red side, then on blue side in. So he's going to have to flash. And so now there is no way for BNK to really contest these grubs unless Raptor does something very sneaky. Comes in maybe a little early though as the stun comes down. That is going to be all three of the grubs going on over to Canyon. And Raptor just has to Warrior Trickster his way over the wall.
It's like, okay, go time.
Speaking of go time, oh no, he doesn't make it over. He doesn't make it over, and the Orb Deception is just going to kill him. Canyon takes a couple of turret shots, but is otherwise A-okay. And the woes for Vikla are not exactly going away.
Yeah.
And they are going to start it. Full vision available here for Gen.G with that control ward in the back of the pit, and Canyon right over here. Teleport in.
Jovi just got Malignance, massive.
Oh my god, that's a huge... 11 minutes? Oh yeah, we getting out of here. As now Chovy looking to see where he can use this cool new item. True Shot Barrage once again. That's actually 1 point. As Solar Flare not going to quite get the stuns. A little bit slower as, oh dear. The Wukong not exactly doing too much. The Drake going on over to Canyon there as well as Kellen going to have to flash to get himself out of the way. No more stun available, and Kellen with the fadeaway ignite goes in. But Chovy, I think, is going to be able to get a little bit of value from his Malignance. 2-0-1 now on the Ahri.
All bets are off.
Yep, and Duro played that so well. But we're going to have a look towards this top side as Clear is underneath this turret. Did have his mist for a little while, but Canyon, he charges up the queue. He takes down the Gwen. And it's now 4-0 game. But is it too early to be talking about, well, now we just need to deny the perfect game? Because this is looking really, really difficult. Pretty impressive observing here from Kisan and, of course, Jonas Strong. To really show the amount of electrocution that's been going on this game.
I think talking about that last setup, I think it's just kind of an indication of the difference between Gen.G and some of our weaker teams in the league.
Just right here. Diablo moving in. Ruler on an awkward spot, but Keen is looking for some Shock Blast. He finds the middle there. That's 6 points. Is now clear. Looking for Chovy in the back line. And it is going to be Drake secured by BNK. So, no more perfect game. Gen.G not going to need to play as reserved anymore. So they throw down the Rift Herald, looking to see whether they can get some meaningful damage towards this outer turret. See whether that does indeed happen. Shock Blast not quite connecting. Duro looking for an angle perhaps as in goes Kellen. But he's blowing up. Oh my goodness, the damage is absurd. And there's a knock up on the Vikla as well. He finds the Empress Divide, but it hits no one. It does nothing and Duro's just out of there. The stun comes down, but it's onto the clone. Keen now looking to see what he can get done. And that Shock Blast at point blank is so scary to the skies. But it's so much picking of the gap here between two members. On to Clear will get his flash as well. Gen.G, that's a lot of summon spells on BNK's side down. Gen.G might want to go for this Arakan.
They could potentially, after this tower, you know, they did a good amount of damage to BNK FEARX. I think that's the difference, right? Flash bid on both sides, but the resources invested by BNK FEARX and the health bars lowered a lot more significant.
Yeah, not to mention the coffers are just a little bit fuller on the side of Gen.G, as they have a 5,000 gold lead, close to 6 already. Now they're going to augment that with a bunch of stacks and fun stuff there.
Power of all those pedals, and they are looking for Chovy.
Oh, yeah. They will just be able to throw everything at him, and I think Chovy is going to die. He almost manages to Spirit Rush his way out, but thankfully doesn't put his flash on cooldown.
And I feel like Canyon's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Here I'm looking a little bit.
You've died infinitely more times than me.
Yeah.
Play towards the bottom side. His quickness was so good in the dragon fight as well.
I mean, Keen kind of set up them getting the Arakan.
Hey, there we go.
I think that's the thing with POM as well. The first game, you kind of like, okay, who's still in the running? And right now, everyone in Gen.G is still in the running.
Kind of a big deal here as well. Will give a lot of extra damage over to Gen.G because they're the ones that are starting it up. And they should be able to take this one down without too much of a response.
I mean, getting that dragon early for BNK FEARX definitely bought them some time, so they don't have to fight every dragon from here on out, but it's going to get rough if they keep giving them over. As soon as it hits something, he's instantly dipping out. Doesn't know what's in that brush. They will clear it out, though.
Ooh, Chovy finds another electrocute. That does a lot of damage. Still holding the charm from what we can see is the flash has to be out. As in goes Duro, finds a knock-up onto Vikla, but the follow-up isn't quite there. Clear's teleported in. Grand Starfall from Canyon, who's looking for Vikla, gets his target, but the follow-up is not going to be available, and Diablo has already dealt with Chovy. A great fight here for BNK FEARX around the Baron as well, with no jungler. Is it a Baron angle?
It's risky, but I think they have to go for it. You're in a bad spot. Try and make it happen. They're going to maybe look for some poke in the meantime to make it weird.
Oh, Diablo could be in trouble here as Ruler able to free hit. Clear, looking to get on top of him. Raptor taking so much damage as Keen flashing away from Diablo. Can Diablo follow it up though? And the answer is yes, as they take him out. Ruler with the flash is so sexy, but still, he's going to go down. And Diablo just chasing after him. There it is. The kill comes through. It's a triple here for this Ezreal. BNK coming alive. As Clear getting on top of Chovy in that backline as Ruler's just dead. That Mystic Shot did so much damage, and now Chovy is going to be cut down where he stands. The two damage dealers just on the floor, and BNK are looking for a Baron.
And we were talking about BNK FEARX, you know, how in their previous matches, sometimes playing as if they have nameplates off. They're playing as if the gold is just not a concept they're aware of. They're playing with such confidence, and actually that gold lead now in favor of them. They've managed to pull back a 6,000 gold lead against Gen.G.
Out a turret in that mid lane that they can siege down for some extra money utilizing this Baron. They grab themselves their second Drake. And for this team, Kellen is actually going to be a legitimate tank as the game goes on. Of course, can just put up the Eclipse as we can see right here. Actually now taxiing into the backline as well as Keen gets engaged on, and Canyon is just dead in the blink of an eye. Genji are falling apart, ladies and gentlemen. Genji do need to still be respected.
They keep fishing with these ults from Chovy, and every time he just takes so much damage in return. Remember, Diablo has cleanse as well, so even if it hits, doesn't necessarily mean they'll get a kill.
Yep. It's a 2,000 gold lead for Diablo alone, based on all of those shutdowns that he was able to pick up.
In the second rotation, BNK FEARX prioritizing it early.
Well, Canyon face checking once again, as it is going to be the kill onto Kellen. BNK FEARX still with an opportunity though, as Chovy is incredibly low. Canyon as well, falling lower and lower. The heal going to be invested just to try and keep them alive. Really impressive. The fact that Raptor and Kellen have not been afraid to just go in, put themselves on the line clear as well. Being able to catch flanks has been really impressive. As Canyon goes in, Kellen in a little bit of a rough spot, is actually now flashing away, has been separated from the rest of the team. True Shot Barrage not really doing too much outside of softening up Ruler, and now Raptor could be in trouble. The flash out once again as the charm is invested, as Canyon was looking for Diablo. And Gen.G, they once again kill Kellen. Man, I've seen Oleona do this relatively recently, and it's not exactly the greatest to deny that second Infernal Drake for Gen.G. So now they will move to Soul Point. Gen.G do get their prize.
Good progress in the recent minutes.
Oh, Diablo just throwing out Mystic Shots all over the place. OPLoLReplay going to get some slows, but not too much more. Is now Clear, goes golden, but Raptor's the one in so much trouble. Canyon locks down the kill. Duro keeping himself safe as well. And the Gwen is dead. Diablo is going to have to be an absolute hero, but the charm lands. Of course it does. This time around, Chovy in the clutch, able to make it happen. The knock-up onto Kellen will be able to take him down, but Duro is going to die. Diablo having to use everything, and the follow-up charm is just too good. And from being in a winning position to probably just losing the game in the snap of some fingers.
Duro playing so well around Clear, ensuring they got that kill.
Vikla's dead. Well, he's golden. But there are a lot of feathers on the ground there. The Sand Soldiers will celebrate, but they're not celebrating for BNK. This inhibitor turret's going to go down the inhibitor to follow, but I'm seeing this like the Xerxes moment, you know, where he throws the spear and the scratch is left on the cheek of the god. And certainly Gen.G complete. This was not clean throughout the mid-game, but they do take the W in the end.
So to be clear, she got nerfed on 2508, she got nerfed on 2507, she got nerfed on 2504.
My god.
So in the last 5 patches, she's been nerfed 3 times.
Gen.G.
Yeah, Canyon trying to relieve some pressure and just ends up making things worse. And a couple of summoners burn for BNK FEARX, but the health... Oh no.
All right, well, there's a taunt onto Vikla as Canyon is moving over. The chains do connect, but down goes the Silas immediately, and Chovy's still alive. Vikla going to be regretting that one, I could imagine. As Raptor now fighting against Canyon here. There's a full minion wave, but this doggo is unleashed. And down goes Canyon. The bleed's still going to land. The teleports are coming in now, but Raptor is out of there. Yeah.
It's going to be very dangerous.
Very ninja-esque. Absolutely. As now they go in. There's the lightning crash. And Kellen, he's definitely dead. Canyon just says, okay, we'll take that one. Some seafood, please. And Raptor, he's going to be taking the grubs in response. And so BNK not getting nothing for the play, but getting a kill onto this Zed, another one, is going to mean good things for Gen.G's mid-game.
And also, I mean, it's only a bit of a syscall for Ruler, but if you look at the farm difference as well, basically no lead for Lucian in this matchup.
I've seen this one before. As Equalizer going to come down from Keen, he just realizes that perhaps I'm getting dove. And they're still going to go in, as Raptor is taking so much damage. He goes untargetable, but thankfully Clear picks up the turret aggro. That was scary.
Confidence in the kid of Neferi, able to drop the aggro just in time and survive that. Good gank coming out from BNK FEARX, not the easiest to pull off.
Coming through pretty nicely there for Clear as Gen.G. We're going to try and take this first dragon, but Raptor comes on over. It is going to be secured by Canyon. Tidal Wave is good, but heroic entrances coming in on both sides. The knockup comes in. That is going to be a kill going over to the Silas, and Chovy has to flash away. Good blast cone, but Ruler not going to be able to get any kills off the back end of that one.
I think Ruler's just dead.
Yeah.
Or bare minimum barrier and wild growth bin.
Well, Canyon is looking to come in and take down Clear here, who bounces to the wrong side. Oh no! Oh, unforced error number 2. This time Canyon's actually able to capitalize on it instead of being at the rough end of it.
Do that.
Yeah, and there's Imperial Mandate as well, so it's not Mikhail's from Kellen as item number 1, so he's very susceptible to CC. Diablo all in on the aggression as Equalizer is odd, to say the least. Canyon not really with too much of an option here as the Tidal Wave is great. Canyon now looking for something there, but he just goes down. Vikla, the Death Mark, not doing anything to this Silas. And Canyon's having a happy game here today. What it feels like as Diablo goes in, the ulti from Ruler has to flash away though, and BNK really flexing their muscles. Rift Herald now going to be taken under the noses of Gen.G. They have a ward. There's just nothing they can do.
Look, I don't want to be too critical, but I'm going to be.
Okay.
As a Zed, how are you getting caught out so repeatedly?
Well, is going to be evened out. I don't think Canyon's going to be able to secure this. And that is indeed the fact. And it's a Chemtech Soul. Ox, you're right here. Well, we'll see what they can make of it, as good polymorph there onto Diablo. Another spell that is not going to be mitigated very easily. And we're looking for a charge. We'll actually get one this time around as Diablo goes in with the culling, and the turret almost kills him there.
He wants to so bad.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be able to get that minion. Puts one ability on cooldown. Spins around a bit, and there is the Equalizer. It does absolutely nothing. I just don't know whether it's going to be enough here to keep him alive. That Harpoon did most of his health bar as Vikla presses the R button again because he can. And he is just going to waste their time before burning. It's another kill going over to Canyon as BNK are looking to take an Archon in response.
I mean, this is why it's risky, you know? You spend that much time on the top side of the map, and Vikla survived for a hot minute, and it gives BNK FEARX the opportunity to take this Archon.
Yeah, Chovy sees it and sees that he can do nothing about it.
Oh, now watch the XP bars.
Oh, yeah, here we go. And... oh, that was nice.
There we go.
I do like
pick up as many of the flowers as possible around the map.
Makes sense. Well, Duro is going to spot Raptor here as he moves over, but the Chemtech Drake is going to be taken. BNK not even putting up too much of a fight because Vikla was looking to kill this turret. He does do so. Now going to continue the fight forward, but doesn't hit the chain, and Chovy is going to be absolutely fine. So another turret goes down. Equalize now onto Diablo as in goes Canyon. Heroic entrance is going to come on through as Diablo flashes to get himself away. Taunt is going to connect onto Vikla as now Ruler dives in, but doesn't hit the ulti. As the death mark comes in, bubble him up, not able to beef up that damage at all. And so not really doing too much of anything. Speaking of which, Raptor comes down towards his bottom side as Keen does go golden. Gets the barbecue in the right position as well, which looks pretty cool. But look at this. The playability into the doggo is looking a little bit low. Wait, not. Chovy clears out a control ward. Looking at Bubble connecting here onto Ruler, who will just ride the wave. And Equalizer. Diablo actually walking all the way down it and just explodes. Nothing he can do. Canyon looking to try and get on in there, but does get out instead. And the doggo goes down this time. Heroic entrance. And Clear is just going to explode. Where did everyone go? BNK are just all on the floor. Now Gen.G are going to get a Baron, and I guess the game's over. What?
Yep, you're only going to make one big mistake against Gen.G, and that was it. Double too far forwards, didn't have the flash available. Remember, Kellen used his ult a moment before.
Oh,
so no peel tools meant a quick fight win for the side of Gen.G.
Well, Kellen just looking to try and defend as Vikla is fighting against Chovy, but there goes the Baron. A little bit of worry when you're facing off against the Galio as Keen moves on down towards his bottom side. will be able to take this outer turret, at least eventually, as he does go golden. Raptor going to be moving in. Canyon comes down as well as Kane is just going to die.
Okay, well. But it looks like Raptor's somewhat unfazed.
Yeah, Vikla on a wraparound as well. The rest of Gen.G getting into the banana brush as Vikla does come in. BNK, they're all here. And in a choke point with that tidal wave is absolutely huge. They do manage to take down Diablo though, so the Dragon, it will go over to BNK, but can they stay alive in the fight? 3-man taunt from Chovy is gigantic as Raptor goes in. I'm not sure about that one, and the knock-up is going to connect. Down goes the Aurora. And once again, 4 of them are dead in trade for 2, but Keen was dead in the bottom lane for no reason at all. He's teleporting into the top lane.
There's a 4v5 and they still end up winning it very convincingly there. And I think it's hit critical mass at this point. Gen.G going to start taking some more severe structures. The first inhibitor tower of the game is going to go down. And the mid lane, tier 2 is sure to follow.
Yep, the inner turret's certainly going to fall. We'll see whether they can get yet another inhibitor off the back end of that one, but I think they're just pretty happy with it. Another equalizer as Kellen almost just dies to that alone. And Chovy's on a flank. Vikla will find him. The taunt is going to come through, keeps 2 of them busy here as Diablo, oh my god, Canyon gets in there. Double kill as the bottom lane is eviscerated, and look at that, the bouncy castle is not where Vikla wanted to be. He was playing League of Legends, he didn't want to go to a kid's birthday party. And now Raptor is just a doggo underneath the turret with nowhere to go. And Clear diving over that wall. He's on a control ward though. And Canyon may actually lose out on this one. Another round of spells and that's a dead Zed. But yeah, no, not going to bed here.
I think the kid's birthday party might have been more fun at this point.
Yeah, especially bouncy castles are really fun actually. That was not a fun version of one.
And now they're pushing up to end the game. It's only Raptor alive. There are spawns coming in soon. Can he do anything? That's the question.
Well, it's looking like the answer is going to be no. He's going to get taunted up. Does go untargetable, but these Nexus turrets are not long for the world. And Gen.G, it's looking like it's going to be a 2-0 here. Yet another win for Canyon. Zed as well, even though things looked a little bit dicey. Finishes the game with 7 kills.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.